Check one, check two. We are back for episode number 2 of Chat and Unboxing. We got Collector B and we got the homie J Figures and such. I'm Holland Toy Flicks, and we're here again on a hot Saturday. And we want to bring you some good information, some stuff about collecting, unboxing, and a little bit about like our top figures so far of the year 2022. So, B, why don't you start it off for us?
Yeah, how you guys doing today?
What up, B?
Doing pretty
What
good.
up, man? Just trying to beat this heat wave, but yeah, man. So kind of a slow week for me. Only found a couple things. Got something from Jason, which was pretty sweet. You want me to start with the unboxing? You want me to start with topic we got?
Yeah, your topic. I know you was talking about some things in our chat earlier, so if you want to start that up, that'd be cool.
Dope. So I know I think I've talked about this on my channel a little bit, but just kind of wanted to get both of your thoughts on this because I know a bunch of people have talked about this and it's all over the place. But how do you guys feel about the new windowless boxes that not only Hasbro is doing, but let's say if other lines start doing it in advance, how do you feel it's going to affect the collecting for not only you guys, but also other people? And I mean, where do you think they go from there? Do you think more and more lines start doing this with the plastic-free windowless boxes?
Oh, well, me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought Craig was going to start. Yeah, so I think it's a okay idea. It doesn't really affect me any. Whatever I decide to get, I normally like it. But there's people out here who are very anal when it comes to the way their figure looks. They they look in a box, they pick up multiple packages and compare to see which one has the best paint app, see if the manufacturing machine made any flaw or anything. I'm not really too concerned about, a lot of people have talked about swapping. I'm not concerned about that because I'll return it, and if it's swapped out, it is what it is. If it's something I really want, for the most part, I think I'm just going to pre-order or order it directly from the source. Just now I'll pay more attention to the condition of the box, see if it's been tampered with, crushed or something like that. Because that'll probably give you more tell the condition of the items inside,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I guess for me, because I don't do a lot of like right now it's Hasbro mostly, right? It's Hasbro that started it. So I don't collect a lot of Hasbro, but I would have to kind of echo what Jay said. If I was collecting or I like something, one, I would look at it online kind of to see, but look at the box to make sure it wasn't tampered or a tape wasn't cut or something. Some people are real slick with that, so you can't even tell. But just to check that out, I do like the paint apps. I can understand that too, because some paint apps are like spot on than others. You have wonky eyes and all types of crazy defects on it. So I can understand like how some inbox collectors could feel. And then just overall, because if you don't know what you're getting, like as far as the paint apps, that could be an issue. And like Jay said, you can take it back. But again, we talked about gas and time and all that stuff. But I mean, we do a lot of traveling throughout the weeks and days anyhow. So you could drop it off at any store. So I don't think it would be a major problem for me. Now, once they start going into like the TMT and all TMNT and all that stuff, then maybe it's a different thing for me because that's kind of what I look for in stores mostly. But other than that, it doesn't affect me right now. What about you, B?
Well, only thing I would say, I mean, I collect inbox and out of box. So kind of most of my Marvel Legends are in box. So kind of a bummer I won't be able to see the figure, but that is what it is. That's not a huge deal to me. Only reason I asked is just because, obviously I collect a lot of Power Rangers. The Ninjettis just came out, and those are some of the worst paint apps and messed up, 2 right hands, 2 left legs, like that I've seen in a long time. And, to Jay's point, yeah, you can go return it, but what if you return it and go grab another one and then get the same thing? I did see a lot of people just get really messed up ones. And even when I went and found them in stores, there was probably like 4 or 5 there, maybe 2 were decent looking. So especially I think it gets worse when they have alternate heads, because you got a big old black mark on the head, or the eyes are wonky, like you said, or anything like that, that's kind of a bummer. So, for me, I hope they don't all start doing that, especially like the turtles, like you're saying, those are a little bit more expensive. Now, NECA doesn't have as much as an issue with that stuff, but it's kind of a bummer. But I mean, I'm curious to see how it goes, and I just hope if they do this for more lines and stuff, that they make the box art look really good then, because that is really cool to display some of the box art as well.
Yeah. Just real quick, two things I'm thinking about. One downfall of returning it, it could be a hard figure to find. And if you finally find this figure, you've been looking for it all these months or weeks or whatever, you finally get it, and then it's just totally jacked up and you can't fix it yourself and things like that. So I could feel for the collector that goes through that. I can see that being an issue. And then also, what was the reasoning behind them doing this?
Say
I think
cost of plastic. Yeah, it was more cost effective just to have a box than add the plastic. They say, the increase in petroleum, so forth and so on. That's what they were mentioning. It didn't change the price any. The price still increased, so
it actually went up. Yeah.
I don't really get it.
Yeah. And did they do one yet? Has it been an example of one yet? I haven't seen anything yet.
So they did do these new X-Men. These are a little different because they're the VHS boxes.
Oh, okay.
I grabbed the Wolverine one, and you can't see it. The art on the box looks fantastic. It looks like a VHS tape, but then when you opened it up, it's just the figure sitting in cardboard. It's not zip tied in or anything. And then the accessories were just in kind of like not a plastic bag, but almost like I don't even want to, like, just like a sheet of paper. Yeah, like tissue wrapping almost, just all of them thrown in there together, which was kind of disappointing for me because, you get an extra face. It's just scraping in there with other things. And, but that's the first one I have got. And I kind of shied away from the rest of those X-Men because I really just wanted Wolverine anyways. But yeah, that's the first one I've seen.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, if there's a lot of trouble, they can go back and take it away. They can always add it back. So, hopefully they listen to the consumers and that's something they look forward and they do, like, just ask people how they feel about it and surveys and things like that. Hopefully it works. So yeah, that people always changing stuff. I don't know. So yeah, let's go to unboxing. Who wants to go first? You know what? I'll go first today, if y'all don't mind. So my first one, I'm going to do a Mythic Legions again. I know I did one last week, but I had another one that I got at a con. What's that con we went to? The last one, and we got Egalis. What was that, Jay? What was that?
Oh, was that Zolocon?
Zolocon. Yep,
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna unbox Egalis today. So this is like the eagle. Is he an eagle? He's an eagle. Egalis, right? So he has the red, white, and blue with the stars. So it's kind of like a patriotic thing. So 4th of July coming up.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I'm gonna open this up. So of course, like we talked last week, you get like the accessory, you get a bag. So kind of like you just said with the Marvel Legends, but it is in a bag. So it has like his web feet, and then it has like a red, white, and blue, a red and blue shell with gold trim around it. And then he had hawk, some eagle claws.
Those are good.
And you got some closed ones that can kind of hold something. Comes with a sword, so it's like going with keeping the theme of the red, blue, gold, and then you have some silver. The sword's pretty cool. Like, I love their detail in the paint apps. Like, they're like some of the best. Then it looks like he comes with his wings separate. Now he's a little tricky to get out the packaging. This is like from one of the older waves. I think this is like the re-release though. Like in the All-Star, I think it's like the All-Star wave or something.
Okay.
So you got his feet and you can exchange the feet for the ones I showed you guys. And then on the back.
Nice.
And then he comes with his wings separate. So they're pretty huge.
Oh, that's cool.
That's one
Oh, yeah.
wing. And I have another one of their eagles too. I forget the name of it, but it's pretty cool too. So they have like a whole line of different like birds. I think they have like an ostrich and some other stuff. These are the wings. I'm going to try to attempt to put them in. That's kind of, I think I got to heat these guys up though. So I don't know.
Just pegs on those wings?
Yeah, it's pegs
Yeah.
on them. Yep. So let me see. Yeah, it's a little something more to this that I don't know. That's what it. Yeah. So look, I'm not going to put these wings in because I don't know. I don't want to break them, but you can see like the wingspan is ridiculous on them.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, I
would
like
be
it,
cool. This would be cool if I had that Homelander from MyFX.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah, so I could put him with him. But yeah, this is pretty cool. You know, I don't want to take too much time up on him, but he's really good. Again, the articulation isn't going to be like the best, but you can make it work with him. You don't really have to heat the figure up. So their figures are pretty good as far as not heating up. This arm is a little loose. So I have to mess around with that. But other than that, it's a pretty good figure. I wish the beak would close. He didn't come with an extra head sculpt or anything like that. But these are like some of their earlier figures. But again, it's still a dope figure all around. But just the paint apps and the details of everything is really cool.
Man, how many figures would be better if their mouths could just open and close, man?
Yeah, yep. And we talked
Mhm.
about that with who was it? The Croc.
The croc, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I got a question. Do you know if the parcels, like the shoulder pads from another figure, would fit?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Gallus?
at to look because I don't see any shoulder pads in here. Like the little shoulder things, they should, but it seems like it should be something else with this because these the pegs are real small.
So
But
it's probably just the wings then.
yeah, it's something going on with this that I got to figure out because yeah, it might be something. I wonder if something got missing, but I'll check it out, look online and see everything it was supposed to come with. And Four Horsemen is pretty good with when you email them, they'll send you like extra parts or something if it's
Yeah.
missing. And I do have a whole bunch of different shoulder pads and those inserts that they put on there so you can add stuff in there. So I'm thinking it comes with something like that and you plug them in. So again, I'll check it out. But overall, I'm satisfied. I wish he would have came with extra hands too, like open hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still cool though. Yep. So that's Egalis, and that's my unboxing for this week, fellas.
Nice. Go ahead, Jay.
All right. Well, I have two figures with me this week.
Okay.
Found them a little bit earlier this week. A Star Wars thing. I got the Death Watch Trooper, and I have Ahsoka here. Rosario Dawson Ahsoka. So I also figure from the Mandalorian line. So I'm going to start with her. Should go, out the box. they do so much to protect the accessories now, considering things go missing on the shelf. A lot of tape on the sabers and the figures, so that's good. You know, I think that's a good thing.
Mhm. Yeah, I always thought that was a dope figure, a dope character too.
Mm-hmm. So she's pretty good so far, you know, just putting the sabers in her hands. I know she has a style where it's basically one regular, one inverted. You know, so that's her. She's got all the movements, you know, nice leg movements, not double jointed, just single, but still good. Good foot articulation. She's like a perfect figure, like, you know, it doesn't really matter as far as her elbows being double jointed, considering she uses a two-hand weapon, so you don't really need to, I mean, two weapons. You don't really have to worry about getting her in tight to hold with both hands, hold one weapon, one saber. She got good head articulation. They made her tendrils, I think that's what they're called. They're pretty soft, so she could turn, look up pretty good and down. You know, she's really good. I like her. I probably would have liked her to come with a robe. I think she did have one on in earlier part of the episode,
Mhm.
but she's really good.
Can you turn her around, like the back area? Okay.
Yeah, like I said, you know, this is very soft here, so whenever you turn the head or whatever, that bends pretty good. So it doesn't really hinder. It doesn't hinder articulation or head or anything. Like I say, you know, probably I want her to look more like a Jedi, even though she did wear the robe, but they did a great job with her. I think she's pretty good. And I'll move on to. You got any questions about her?
I was just say those sabers look dope. Those look really good.
And that, you know, the posing you could do with her, like considering how they did her leg, they didn't let the fabric, the plastic come
Mhm.
down and hinder the movement of the legs. So you get pretty high raise, knee raise and so forth with her, the spread and everything. And you could do so many poses because everything is soft. Nothing is really hard that hinders the movement. So, you know, anything that she needs to do, you know, as far as that goes, you can do it without like the cloak or anything
Yeah.
stopping her movement.
Nice.
You can do a custom robe on her too if you wanted to.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I got a bunch of robes laying around from other figures. I can always just put one on her, you know.
Just take Andros.
Huh?
The
Oh yeah.
Andros. Just take his robe.
Yeah. I think I have two of him. All right, so we moving on with the Death Watch. I had already like looked at the other sorry for the glare, but I just love the design of the Mandalorians, period. I'm a huge armored fan, you know, armor equipment. Um, I enjoy like the helmets and the different gear. See, this isn't like the other the newer female Bo-Katan in them. His head, the helmet is his head. He doesn't have a face underneath it. So his helmet is on, you know, the new Bo-Katan figure. You could actually take her helmet off and Bo-Katan face is under it. And once again, single arm joints, um, single with the knees, no double joint knees, but it's pretty good. Like, you know, most of the time when it's just single, you only get like that much movement, but you can really bend the knees back, thigh and everything is pretty good. I just want to point out that compared to the other ones, I wish I had one on camera. So the shoulders are bigger, like you have bigger shoulder pads. They're palatable. So like you could do some pretty good over the head movements with them. You don't have to worry about it rubbing. It's like in the shoulder pad. So that's really good. I like that. It's not really attached to the piece here. You know, it's its own piece. So you don't lose any mobility there. You know, it comes with his jetpack. You know, it's painted similar to his armor color. Has the pegs for the back.
Okay.
That fits in there really good. So it'd be cool. It has like some sockets in there. It doesn't come with blast effects, but you could probably from one of the other toys put one in there to make them, appear more like he's flying. Head pretty good. You can do all that, all the mobility. Got the little scanner thing, it moves. So, because this is actually not one of the jets, this is actually a guided missile. So this eye thing, is like is like the targeting device for the missile. Once this lock on, he just bends over and they can fire missiles.
That's tight.
It's over.
yeah, that's pretty cool, right? He got the single blaster. Put that in his hand. Show that real quick. Single blaster. Hand nice and soft. Fits in perfectly. Fits in. Oh. So, blaster, aim down, shoot down, flying. Guy comes with a rifle also. The rifle has like a handle for it to be used with 2 hands. That's pretty good, and I could tell already that it'll fit. It just might be a little tough because the handle of the holster is very small, so it's kind of difficult to get it in the hand. Get it in the hand and the finger on the trigger at the same time. I'm having a little trouble with it, but I'll just give you a preview of it. See, you hold it there, and this finger isn't really long enough to get into the holster of it, but it's perfectly designed. It's designed well enough to go in both hands. If you wanted to do both hands, you get both hands on that.
Nice.
That's pretty good. I knocked the backpack off, but that's it. Death Watch Mandalorian, and Ahsoka. That's my 2 this week. 2 solid figures, man. Two pretty good figures from Hasbro. I'm pleased with both of them. Especially like the Death Watch Mandalorian because he isn't exactly just a repaint of the other 2 that came out. Like the Sith. I call it the Death Watch that serves Maul, like the Maul Sith. They split the fractions, and then the other ones, like it's a little bit different. The design seems the same, but they're a little different, and actually the way it feels is different too. Like they have a totally different feel to it. Like the armor's a little, like it's a little loose. Like you can move it a little bit. It doesn't hinder. Like the other pieces are like really fused on the legs. So these 2 are really good. And you shouldn't have any problems posing them and them holding the pose. Joints nice, not tight, not too loose. They're really good. Feet, knees, thighs, everything all around.
No, that's tight. I'm so
Nice.
scared to collect Star Wars, man. I'm so scared.
I'm right there with you, man. I have a couple of Boba Fett's and a couple Vaders, and that is it. I just can't touch it.
I think I'm gonna get a couple like a Vader, Yoda, because those are like my favorites. I like the Darth Maul too. I always like Darth Maul when they brought him out. But just a couple ones. But then I'll find myself saying, "Oh, I got 100 now." So I'm gonna leave that to Jay right there, and Justin.
I just collect my favorites. Like right now, I'm just collecting the Mandalorians, Jedi, and Sith. Man, the whole universe of figures that they have is
too much.
There's way too many. I was even thinking about getting the bounty hunters. I was like, nope, I'm not even gonna go there. I have Boba Fett and Django. That's enough.
Yep.
Probably 2 others, but that's enough there because you got to pick and choose with them, as you'll end up just having, like you said, you go from just getting 2 or 3 to having 200-300.
Yeah.
Well, then you're talking about all the battle droids and stuff like that. Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Oh yeah, and they look good too. Some of the newer ones coming out look really good.
Yeah.
All right, B, you ready?
Dope. Cool. So I'm doing something Jay got me this week. We're doing McFarlane here.
Okay.
And mostly because I really want to see this Starro piece. So honestly, that is one of the main reasons I got this. So it's Superwoman. They already came out with Ultraman, and they just showed a picture of Owlman, which is pretty cool, but they still have question marks on the back of the box.
Mhm.
So one of those is Owlman, and then we'll see who the other one is to finish the wave. So kind of interesting that he keeps doing that with Build-A-Figures, to where he's just like not letting you know what's coming out sometimes, which I don't know, kind of annoying. Oh man, they zip tied through the plastic. So there she is in the plastic. Build-A-Figure piece is huge though, man. Like, it's crazy. So let's see what we got. McFarlane is one that I would be probably really worried about if they decided to take away this plastic, just because
Mhm.
he's got some bad joint issues and stuff like that.
But I want that Build-A-Figure. Like that's something that I like. I love those like weird, quirky things. Cause that's
Dude, yeah.
what's the name of that? Cause that's from the Suicide Squad, right?
Starro.
Yeah.
So Starro was in the Suicide Squad, but he's all over in the comics and stuff. He's actually part of the Justice League in one of the comics and stuff, and he ends up being a Robin at one point, which is actually really funny. So here's the Build-A-Figure piece, which I believe it's like, I'm trying to see. The first piece I got was this piece that came
Mhm.
with Ultraman. So I'm trying to see where this connects. The back of the box looks like it goes in like a corner, but that's super weird. Oh, maybe. Oh, I see. That's that.
Ah.
Oh, so I thought it was actually bigger than this. So it is going to be pretty big still. You'll have more pieces. You'll have 2 more legs, I guess. But that just snaps right in there. And then you do have this on the back, which is kind of interesting. But it's cool. I'm curious what he's going to do, if this is going to come with a stand like the last figure, because I do not see how this is going to stand whatsoever. That's pretty cool. And the one thing I do really, really like about this wave, if I can get it out, is so far both of them have come with these little Starros that you can put on the figure's chest. They usually fit on the chest. I know some people wanted them to go on the face, but pretty cool. And you can see the teeth on the inside. So I love those. And then we got Superwoman. So there she is. She looks pretty good. The one thing I noticed just looking at her in the box is, and it's going to be kind of hard for you guys to see, I think, but the feet, there is like absolutely no detail in her feet. Like, it's not even like the toes are really cut. Like, it's almost just like just a full foot with no toes. And I actually saw, after Jason found me this, I ended up finding like 4 or 5 of them at Target, and they all looked about the same. So but yeah, she looks pretty good. I think the face on this is actually really good. I think she has a really decent face sculpt. She kind of does have that shoulder piece in there to give her some really good articulation there. And then let's see, so that doesn't bend. She's got her elbows, those are good. Wrists aren't bad. He's been doing something different with these wrists, but this one looks like that ball joint is not that much different. Legs are pretty decent. Ankles are okay. And I thought when you first found her, Jay, I thought she had like high heels, which I'm really glad that these are flat. So that's huge plus.
Yeah.
I do really like her shoes and stuff, like just the banding around. That's pretty good. She's pretty thick in the back, I will say that. So, but yeah, I mean, she's all right. Like I said, I think the face is probably my favorite part. I think her face looks really, really good. But overall, the figure's not, I guess if you really like her, you'd be probably okay with it. I really just got this for the Starro piece mostly, but it does look good. Her costume looks good. I don't see any messed up paint really. and she does move really good. I'm just curious how she's gonna stand, and she stands actually pretty decent. So that's with no stand or anything. So that's pretty good. So not
Yeah.
bad. So Superwoman, Donna Troy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that like a hold hand or a trigger hand? I can't see it.
So this one is definitely like, it looks like you can hold, but it almost looks like it could be a trigger hand, but it's definitely to hold something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she's got the fist on this side, but of course, there's no accessories, so nothing to definitely have her hold. But yeah,
can you
nice.
I just want to see how she look. Put the Starro on her.
Let's see it. Yeah, right on the chest.
I just want to see how it look.
That's actually, I have the other one on my Ultraman right now too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the story, but see, I remember he had when they finally defeated him. Yeah, that's pretty cool. When they finally defeated him, they saw that John was on him. And I was like, oh man. So
yeah,
they're kind of big for like, the Starro. It is a little big, but it's cool though to have them on there.
Yeah, I'm okay with the size. I do wish maybe they would have given you a small one to go on the face, just because like in other comics he does go on the face and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do love that. I mean, of course, this is the only accessory they give you, but it is really cool that he does it. But it would have been really nice to kind of have an alternate head to where they're like kind of zoned out because Starro is, taking control of them. But it is what it is. It's not bad, but I can't wait to complete this thing. You can see how big it's going to be. I mean, you got 2 more pieces there, so that's really cool.
I'm probably going to regret not building that.
You better grab it, man.
I don't know. I might just wait, and that'll be like the first time I get one of those special packs that he make when they have all the figures, and then that might be the first time I buy one. I got to see how he looks, because I only have Owlman. I only pre-order Owlman. That's my guy.
Owlman, Owlman looks sick. Yeah, for sure.
No, that's cool.
It's cool.
And I like how they did the shoulders, because those shoulders are kind of like what Storm Collectibles does with their shoulders, with that extra part right there that make it more flexible with the articulation. So that's a plus.
Yeah, he only does it for certain figures, which is really weird. Because I don't even think the Ultraman, I don't think shoulders are even like that. But it's really weird. He chooses and picks who he decides to give those shoulder pieces to. Because the first time I saw it was on the Merciless Build-A-Figure had those, and now he's just been doing it on actual regular figures. So
like some of the Build-A-Figures actually come with such a wide shoulder piece that you stick that piece in there. That's part of the build the connection, that I call it butterfly swivel, that's what I call it. I don't really know the name for it, but
no, definitely. But yeah, those were some real cool unboxings. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, each one of us are going to like show off like one of our top figures for the year so far. So we'll be right back.
Got it. Okay.
All right, guys, we are back, and we're going to break down like one of our top figures of the year so far. But before we start, I wanted to kind of show you Egalis. I got the wings on. So let me see. Let me see if it'll let me. See.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you have to do anything different?
No, I just plugged them in. You got to be a little forceful, but be careful with it. So it's like just a dope all around figure now. Like that, the wings just like made this figure pop even more.
Oh yeah.
And you could move the wings as much as you can to articulate it. So yeah, this guy is like really dope. He could be somebody you definitely put on a shelf. Yep.
Nice.
All right, so I guess I'll go again. So, for time's sake, and then maybe next week we can kind of really flesh it out a little bit more as far as like top 5 or whatever, or something like that. But one of the figures so far as of June 2022 of this year is a figure by Mezco, and it's the Nosferatu Symphony of Horror. So the first one was my very first Mezco that I got, and that got me hooked. Like, it came with so many accessories. It came with a bunch of rats, a coffin, multiple hands, multiple head sculpts. It was just like a flawless figure. So like that's like one of my top figures within my collection of Mezco. So basically I just pulled him out. I'm not gonna like unbox him or anything, but this is like the newest one. He comes with like deteriorated head, like it's real damaged.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah, and then like the hands are like crazy. It's just like a really creepy. I know Jay is scared right now. It's like a real creepy figure right here. And the
Okay, Jay, we're here.
the articulation
Thank
is
you,
really
thank you.
good. It has the, double jointed knees. The elbows aren't double jointed, but you don't need it for him. Yeah, so he's like really cool. He comes with these two head sculpts.
Oh yeah.
So like it's
Yeah.
just amazing, like what they did with this figure, right? Then he comes with like a little hat.
Nice. Is that supposed to be like a feather on top?
Yeah,
or
it's
is
a
it
feather.
okay?
That's a feather. So he's a little a cool little fellow. And he also comes with two wolves, bats, and mice. He doesn't come with the coffin this time around, but he comes with the two wolves and a smoke effect. So this guy is in my at least my top 5 or top 10 of the year. So he's in there. So I just wanted to kind of bring him out and show you like Nosferatu. And again, the first one is still like my favorite, but this one is right there with them. But I think the first one, because of that coffin, like that coffin is just like something I would pay extra for, just the
Yeah.
accessory. That, and it's like a well done coffin. It's not like a cheap knockoff or anything like that. It's like really some work done into like the paint and just the overall quality of the material they use. So this is in my top for this year so far.
Okay. That's a good thing.
Nice. So I'll go, Jay, unless you want to.
No, go ahead. You got it.
All right. So I figured yours was going to be like something Mezco. Jay, I bet yours is probably a higher end figure too, maybe. But so I'm bringing in, it's lower end figure, but I just think this thing is amazing. Finster from Power Rangers, from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, is one of the better Lightning Collection figures I think they have made. I mean, by far, he comes with just great accessories. I mean, you've got this whole thing that opens, the putties come all the way out, they fall out. You get 2 of those, which is great. He's got this thing that comes out to make his putties, which is fantastic. You got the rolling pin, again, same thing that can come out. So you got that. He's got his little sculpting tool in his hand, which is great. I think he came with alternate hands. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he did. This necklace, his little eyepiece, same thing. His articulation is just awesome, even with his whole like I don't know what you would call this thing. I don't remember. But it's great. I mean, he's got thigh swivels. He just can move so well. And then the big thing I love is his mouth opens
Wow.
and his mouth shuts. I mean, it's just super easy. You can move the glasses around. He's just, when I first got him, he's not one of my favorite figures from Power Rangers, but when I got him and opened him up, I was just like, wow, this thing is just cool. The detail on him is great. And he just comes with a ton of stuff. And for like, a $20 figure, it's great. It's really, really good.
And he was an Amazon exclusive, right?
Yeah, he was. So he was something you couldn't go find in stores, and I ordered him right away. And again, I was just like, we'll see how much I like him. But I mean, just the accessories and the movement on him are just next to none. I mean, I think the Lightning Collection does a really good job overall, but him and Tango Warrior are probably 2 of my favorites, and he's just He's great.
Oh yeah, he's awesome, man.
Yeah, I wanted
Baseball
him.
at home.
No, I wanted him and I didn't pull the trigger on him, but like he can fit in with so many different things, like photos and stuff. He could just be in there doing crazy experiments. I like the apron that he has on, like the detail with the tools and everything. He would go real cool with that gaslight Joker. Oh, look at him.
Yeah, there you go.
You can make that work. You can make that work.
Good.
But yeah, with that gaslight Joker and all his tools, like he has, like do all his grimy stuff. And then I like, so the story with this guy is, because I wasn't a big Power Rangers fan, but I see he has a suitcase of putties. What's the story on that?
So his story is actually really messed up. He like lived on this planet with his wife and all these people, and he started making monsters, and they were killing like a bunch of people in his tribe and stuff like that. And so his wife told him to stop, and I believe he like ended up pushing her or something, and like she hit a table and died. And so his wife died, and then Rita comes and like finds him and basically, you know, poisons his brain, being like, you know, you killed your wife and blah blah. And so then he starts making all of Rita's monsters for her, and so that's why all the putties are in there. And then he makes some of the other monsters you see for Power Rangers that always get defeated. So you know,
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's dope. I like him.
yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites so far this year.
All right, Jay.
All right. Well, I got my guy sitting right here. It's none other than, you know, Mum Ra, the ever living. You know, it's man, when Super 7 first, you know, they had that membership years ago where they was bringing out figures from like different places, different times, basically, and they started off. I couldn't wait for him because it was a statue figure at that time, and it didn't really move. The statue figure was like just like this. He couldn't move, and I was like, man, this figure is gonna be awesome when they finally redo him. And finally, you know, they released him. You know, wire cape, clips for the wrist, you know, that hold them in. The bandages from being regular old Mum Ra, still around him, full articulation with the figure. He could do like every pose, you know, every pose. Cape could come off fairly easy. It's just hooked underneath his neck. And like I say, it's wired, so it's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to give like a quick show of him. You know, it's not soft goods, but the his little sash he has around him doesn't hamper any of his movement. It's funny, it doesn't it close, but it doesn't stay closed. His mouth, you can't, it's like soft enough to close it, but you can't. He actually comes with the extra head that with the closed mouth. So like that's one of the head. He has I think it was 2 additional sets of hands, like the ones for his weapons and a claw hand. I just pose them on the shelf, 1 fist, 1 claw, no weapons. And he comes with Mahmut, you know, his trusty sidekick, guardian, while he sleeps in his sarcophagus, you know. And that's my favorite figure so far. I think this is my favorite figure so far this year because I had always wanted him. I wanted him from the first run that got canceled. I couldn't wait for the ever living version. You know, they always had the old one, but I wanted the beefed up, muscular Mum Ra that really gives the, you know, old Mum Ra is just an annoyance. This Mum Ra is the problem. You know, like, you know, and I always wanted that particular figure. So like they didn't disappoint me. And touching on one thing that y'all had that we had said, I'm gonna just take his cape off real quick. It's funny. This figure is actually one of the figures that Craig had mentioned. This figure, people were getting him with 2 right legs, a 2 right thigh, like 2 right legs. So the first thing I did was look at to see where his thigh, how his thighs were. I was like, oh, that joint better be right, you know, because I had you know, I'm part of like a group, and they were talking about him having 2 right legs, and I was like, it's funny that you mentioned that with the cardboard figures, because this figure is a higher end figure from Super 7 that's really good. And they're good with a lot of their stuff. I haven't had like a Super 7 figure that I would say is bad. You know, could have been better. I'll say your figure could be better, but none of them's been bad. You know, and this one I'm really happy with. You know, if you wanted to, you know, you could move the bandages around, not much, you know, but you can. Different poses, you could pull them over, wrap them around, you know, do like a whole lot of different things with them because they're not, you know, stationary, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then if you wanted to leave it permanent, you know, you're gonna always just heat it up and cool it fast and leave it the way you want it, you know. But I really like this figure a whole lot. I probably posed that figure more times, changed them more times than any other figure on my shelf. Like I pick them up, move them all the time. Like I mean, y'all two know that. Like even though he comes with Marmot and Marmot is on the shelf, his real dog is Bronx from Gargoyle's line. You know what I'm saying? Like I changed their poses and you know hooked them up on the shelves. Like man, almost every time I walk past my shelf, I mess with them because I just like it so much. You know. So
Does the
like
dog move at all?
Mama, yeah, he actually his head got a little twist to it. His feet could go up. You know, he could do different minor poses like this, but no, you know, articulation in there. You know,
Yeah.
but you could do like different things. You know, just manipulate his height if you wanted to. Like you know, put him together, make him taller, make him you know, more like that. You know. His antenna to look like, hey man, you gonna throw me a treat or what? You know, you know what I'm saying? Or just like regular straight, but it doesn't go up or down or anything.
Mhm.
And these don't bend too much, you know. So
Gotcha.
but it's he's actually pretty nice, you know. It's not I'm not disappointed in him. I like him. I was surprised that actually that I got that Mama came with him because
Yeah.
I didn't see that as part of the accessory kit. Like I just, you know, it's a little different with them. You get like a portrait of 4 figures, and then like you have to really go to the site and see everything that comes with them. But I see who I like, and then I just be like, yeah, I'm going to get him, and him. It doesn't really matter what they come with to me because I know I just like always wanted them, you know. And, I'm glad that the Thundercats are back. You know, anxiously waiting on this Chitara figure. Like she should be here any week now. You know, some people have her in hand. She should have been here before Monroe, actually, but you know, I'm waiting to get her. You know.
See, and that's the crazy thing because so we had a little theme right here, horror. We got Finster, Nosferatu, and Mumra, right?
Mhm.
So both of those figures I really wanted, and my guy at Blue Line Collectibles still have a Mumra waiting for me. The box is huge too. That box is huge, but I may grab him. That might
Mhm.
be a little thing for me tomorrow. I don't know, but that's just like if I grab them, I want to grab all of them. So I have 3 of the Super Sevens. I got Lion-O. I forget the other 2 that I have. Cracker, whatever his name is, and I forget
Yeah,
the
right.
Toad
Yeah.
guy. The Toad, he looked like a toad or
Sly.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Sly.
So I have those 3 already. So I don't want to dive into that rabbit hole. But
Mhm.
you know, Finster, Nosferatu, Mumbra, those are some of our top figures for the year so far. So I'm waiting to see like what your whole list is soon. And you know, if you guys when you guys look at this, if you want to share what's in your top 10 or what's your top figure this year, do so also. We would love to see it. But I guess this is wrapping things up. What's going on for you B this week coming up?
Uh, Actually filmed a video today. It's gonna drop tomorrow though. Just opened a couple things, nothing crazy.
Mhm.
But next weekend I am going to be doing another room tour of my room. I have changed a bunch of stuff around. I've sent you guys a bunch of pictures, so I know you've seen some of it. But yeah, I've just been working pretty hard just getting it organized. And today, that's why we were doing this right now. And toys are just falling left and right up for me right now because I was dusting and moving stuff, and now they just don't want to stand. So I'll probably drop that next Sunday, 4th of July weekend. So that will be cool. But you know, other than that, not much going on. Just you know, enjoying being on these. These are super fun and just something different. And yeah, that's about it, man.
That sounds
Jay,
good.
Jay?
Yeah, well, I gotta I'm gonna do like a few customs. I have customs that's been sitting on my table for a couple weeks now. So I'm gonna finish up the two that I have. I'm gonna get started on repainting these doll houses that I got, what you saw. The one is one that's wooden. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm not gonna paint it. I'm gonna use the some contact paper for the inside and then maybe paint the outside because I have bunch of contact paper that I got from Dollar Tree. So I think I'm looking at it now. I think I'm going to, put the wooden floor paper down, and I have like some concrete looking paper that I'm going to cover the walls with. Just see how it looks, and probably work on that all week. Work schedule kind of sucks this week, but it is what it is, and I'll find time for the hobby in between. Um, do a little hunting. Hopefully, we start to get some of that controller wave in that Hasbro wave controller wave. I really want to get uh, 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 as soon as possible blue marble figure, man. I've been waiting for this guy for years, so I hope that shows up. And that's about it, man. That's it. Hopefully have a great week.
Yeah. Well, if we find any of that controller wave, we'll hit you up, and if you want it, you got it. And that's the second dial piece you stole from me. Because just real quick, I was saw Jay. I went and picked up and shout out to you for hooking me up with those foot soldiers. I really appreciated that, and just busting it up with you that day. But then he calls me and rubs it in my face. He found this beautiful dollhouse. Somebody put it out in the trash. Wouldn't
Yeah.
I said I need to drive up and see it real quick. But that's his second dial that he stole right from me, because he did one at the Merchantville, and we're gonna be at Merchantville with a table in September. So more on that soon too. But for me, tomorrow is my 47th birthday. So 47 times around the earth, right? So
Happy early birthday, bro.
Yeah,
so,
happy early birthday.
yep. So tomorrow I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to lunch with the wife. Probably sneak to a couple places, treat myself, and I'm always treating myself, right? But other than that, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be in the lab, just taking some pictures, messing with some things, just perfecting the craft more and more, trying to think of ways to get us out there. Everybody check out Collector Bees. His unboxings are amazing. Help that man get to 1,000 and beyond that, because he puts a lot of work into it, and he does it just for you guys. So just check him out. We're going to do some big things. I'm getting a lot of traction with my pictures. People are messaging me off of Instagram. So those things are coming together, and it's not about making money off of it. It's just kind of like sharing my joy of what I like to do and like what we all like to do. So, I just have like a vivid imagination. I can just be sleeping and it pop up in my head, or just sitting down and ideas pop in my head. So I like to get it out. It's almost like an artist to paper. So that's pretty much just chilling. See some stuff, I'll collect it, I'll grab it. Kentaro, a guy, he's gonna ship that out to me on Wednesday, so I'm happy about that. I bet you I'll find it in stores or somewhere before that, but I'm gonna get it from him. I'm not gonna be impatient. Who I'm kidding, I'm gonna get 2 of them.
You got to.
Gotta get 2. But yeah, that's it for us today. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Wait.
Oh, you got something else?
Yeah, because we might get notification on those pink skulls. We did order that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Hopefully that might be a nice surprise too this week. I just thought about that on the
Yeah.
tail end of you saying. I was like, oh yeah, the pink skulls might be this week too.
Pink skulls went up. They're not the same pink skulls that dropped a couple years ago. Whole new pink skulls, tons of accessories, tons of head, a bunch of head sculpts, bunch of hands, rock band, drums, guitars, cigarette packs, all types of stuff for these guys. So hopefully we get the shipping notice and we get those before next weekend, because they are in stock. So come on, Mezco, do the right thing and ship those out. Don't hold my 300 hostage for too long. So, but definitely a great set. And you guys, if you got it, I hope you enjoy it. If not, if that's not your thing, you can live through us. We're gonna post pictures. I know I am. But you know, it's glad having you guys on here again. Check out Collector B, check out J Figures and such, and Holland Toy Flicks, and have a wonderful evening, a great weekend. Peace.
Take
Have a
care,
good
everyone.
one.